The Zacks rank, value, momentum, growth, and income all factor into Zacks rank buys.
Well, we're going to talk about aggressive growth stocks now with our aggressive growth stock strategist, Brian Boland, who has a couple of interesting selections here for us. They are interesting given what's going on in the news lately. At least this first one is Insperity.
Right, Insperity is a staffing firm, you know, and I think the reason that I picked this obviously was the most recent jobs report here. We saw, very low number of net additions, but I think there was a lot of noise in that report. We had the Verizon strike, so that there's at least 35,000 more, ads in there, net jobs.
Right.
Then there's going to be a lot of other temporary situations that we're going to really look forward to the next month's jobs report, even that much more so to see the revisions on, the May number, really.
Yeah, those are always interesting.
Right. So there's always revisions in each number, but the end idea here and why Insperity makes a little bit of sense in this market right now is that we're pretty much at full employment. I think the unemployment rate is below 5%. It hasn't been like this for a very long period of time. You're talking about the talent pool available for workers out there is shrinking. So not necessarily your super high-end jobs are the ones that you're going to need staffing solution for. Maybe even those lower tier jobs now are going to require that extra help to get in. It's a Zacks rank number 1 stock. It has a growth score of A and a value score of B. I usually like that disparity there in that growth and value, but I like this obviously for these other reasons around the jobs numbers as well. If we take a look at the chart, we can see the stock has done very well since that most recent earnings report, which was a big beat, 14 cents, about 10% positive earnings surprise. So the stock has continued to move higher here, even at 24 times earnings, forward earnings. It's a little bit rich, but still I like the general idea that we're in full employment and these services are required a little bit more than they have been over the past several months.
Okay. Then you chose Arista Networks. This is a networking components company.
Right, and the big competition here has always been Cisco, and Cisco has been suing this company for years, and they're looking at this court case kind of wrapping up soon. The end idea is that they're making networking products. They're doing it very well, and they have been a consistent beater, both on top and on bottom of the Zacks consensus estimate. That's something that really attracted me to this stock. Along with it being a Zacks rank number 1 strong buy stock, it has the growth style score of A and the value score of D. I like to see those two things where they're different, because growth investors are looking for one thing, value investors are looking for another. Right. So when you have that A and D situation, or even that A and F, it tells me that the growth investors are still looking at this stock, and the value investors aren't. And there's a big gap between those two. So this has also been a very frequent holding in my Zacks Game Changers portfolio that I manage.
It's interesting.
Right. So time and time again, I've been in and out of this stock. I'm not tipping my hand just yet here, but the stock, traded up to 75 recently. That was obviously a good selling point. I think if we come in just a little bit more on the stock, trading around 72 right now, if it comes in just a little bit more, you might see that stock get added again to that portfolio. I really like this one. 31 times is a rich multiple, for this, but at the same time, when you're talking about a stock that consistently beats, on top and on bottom, that's the type of thing aggressive growth investors love to see. And each time in the last 7 quarters when we've had that beat on top, beat on bottom, the stock has moved up higher as well as a result. So I like the stock in and around earnings as well.
Interesting. Outside of the portfolio, do you own either one?
I do not.
All right. Check out more stock information like stock picks, stock picking strategies, and even commentary on our website, Zacks.com. Get on over to the homepage, link to it all from there. With Brian, I'm Terry Ruffalo.